and welcome to Hiccups. I guess we call it Hiccups. Maybe I'll get a picture up here when I open up. It says Hiccups. I gotta be truthful with you. I didn't get too ready today. I'm gonna move this mic up. Okay, let's see. Um, like I said, these are kind of practice runs anyway, getting the feel of things here, and that and trying to get into a groove and trying to do this a little better. But I've got to spend a little more time getting ready instead of waiting until the last few minutes here and try to put all this stuff in here. Even if it's just 30 minutes, you know. But anyway, I slept this much in there and got ready. And I think what I should look forward to is the next commissioner's court, which I have the other computer up and running now. And oh yeah, okay, now that I popped over that screen, it just reminded me of something that when you sign up to speak at city council now, they took away the remote. You used to be able to call in from home. This is good for if you're handicapped, work late. It's been there for decades. It's always been there. But now it's got a spot. If you go sign up to speak at city council meeting or a public comment meeting, which is what I just signed up for, the comment meeting on Tuesday, it's got a place speak in person, check here. Well, I used to have another box there too for not so or by remote, and I don't see that now. That's been removed. So that let's see in the reading there, but anyway, that's what I understand. It's been removed. So Maddie just keeps taking away and taking away. So now, if you want to speak at council meetings or there, you have to show up there. You have to attend to speak. You can't call in. And that's too much of a problem for her, you know. So anyway, that's just it. Just goes on and on. They're going to keep taking until we do something about it. But anyway, this half hour, I think we're going to bitch some about the commissioner's court because my commissioner here, I think he's going to be at the Potter House, whatever there, and he's no good. He doesn't answer questions. I've been down at the commissioner court. None of them answer questions. So actually, what I'm going to do, this is my commissioner, but it's a waste of time with him. It's a fundraiser. They're raising money. I think you got to buy tickets. I don't have the whole brochure there. I was reading some of it. But anyway, he's starting a fundraiser to raise money. It's pretty curious. He hadn't done anything to deserve to raise money in my books. Nothing. So we need another commissioner that will answer questions. And that's the whole name of the game. And for you guys that hates Trump or whatever, I don't care. You can hate him all you want, but that guy, he answers questions. That is what I'm fighting for. It could have been a Democrat up there answering questions. I'd be fighting for that person right now. I don't care about the label. I want candidates to answer questions. I've seen this guy go on and on, take questions till the room, they got tired of asking questions. Our people on this lower level don't answer questions at all. And that's what we got to change. They got to stem me down to that. So, but next commissioner court, I'll sign up. I've got a bit of a bone to pick with O'Hara here. He said, it says my mission is they all got bullshit on their leaflets and stuff. Really, they don't mean it. It says at the end of it, where the American dream is alive and well. Well, the American dream will be alive and well when we have Americans in office and not dictators. When you do not answer questions to the public, dictators do not answer questions to the public. That's what dictators, they don't answer questions. And that's what we've got, dictators. We need American candidates in the school board, in the council, in the commissioner's court. We need them all the way around. But here's the thing with Tim right now. I'm going to bring out the next meeting. Is that he's come down on a lot of people there for exercising their right. And some of them have used some language, which I guess I can't hear. He can't pull the plug here, like damn, shit, fuck, screw, all that kind of good stuff, okay? But the people that came down and used these words at the commissioner court were not using them in direct of anybody, attacking anybody, or in a sentence towards anybody. They were only using the words to make a point that we have free speech. And I've seen uh, a friend of mine down at Tarrant County at the old city hall outside the doors. When Matty Parker banned us, he was walking down the outside yelling, "Fuck you, Matty Parker," at the top of his lungs. And the police were out there and outside the door. People were outside, just outside the old city hall. And one woman went to the officer and said, "Can you do something about it?" And the officer said, "No, that's free speech. He has the right to say those words, or whatever. That's free speech." And he was able to do it up and down there, and there was nothing. It was not now. I went to him, I was afraid he was getting in trouble, but I didn't know. And he wasn't worried. He was just yelling it out, "Fuck you, Matty Parker," to the top of his lungs, and it was okay. So if it's okay outside the building, it should be okay inside the building. But now, I will agree with Tim. I don't want to see people come there and use that kind of language to charge people or to make a point or because they're angry and that kind of. And the only reason I really don't want to see that language used at all. I'll agree with him at any of these meetings, school board, city hall, and I agree this language should not be used there. It should not be used really, but it shouldn't be restricted either, because we need to know when we can use certain language. It's up to us to behave, but nevertheless, I can agree. I don't want to hear that used there or anything like that, and no one was. But anyway, like I say, it's been kind of hard. I heard one guy make one comment calling them racist in the election. I mean, in the districtizing a racist race, and Tim had him removed. I thought that was too quick. People had to be able to let them speak a little bit. That wasn't that much. They had him removed right away. You wait a long time to do your civic duty to get to speak, and you put all this time there. You could be doing something else, and you get there, and then when you try to speak your mind, you get taken away. Well, he's been a little bit too strong about this kind of stuff here. I mean, about the. I know the cursor's just going around here because I'm talking, but I do believe in rules and respect and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and I do like some of the things Tim has done. I like some, but the way he's put the rules out for the people, and then he cuts down one commission. Now he's going to cut the court down to one time a month instead of two. That's not the American dream. The only way he should cut that down to one instead of two is if he replaces one with a Q&A. Now that would be a Republican, because as far as I'm concerned right now, he's not acting like a Republican. He's just he's just got the red tie on. Okay, Donald Trump is an American businessman. And when you quit listening to the bullshit out there and start seeing what they do, you'll see that and quit. And I'd love to find a Democrat that there is some that support Donald, what he's doing. I'd like to see those run for office, because there's always two sides to every story, and sometimes both pathways. Either one can work sometimes, but we need to be exposed to them. We are exposed to them. We have two parties, but right now, a Democrat is not a party. It's a mess. And it's not to be trusted, and it's bleeding to the Republican Party's acting the same way right here. So the problem is, it makes Tim kind of a hypocrite when he comes in and he wants to make the American dream alive and all that. But and he puts rules out for us to go by, and that we should behave to a certain decorum, that we have to do this kind of stuff. But what about him meeting his obligations to us? That he's not doing, because I have been down there 3 times, and I waited. That's a lot of time. I mean, you type a day and you go down there, okay, for a few minutes. And I have mentioned we have got corruption in City Fort Worth, big time, on the CCPD funds, millions of dollars. I took it up to the chair, which is Carlos. That's Council Member Carlos, and he doesn't want to answer in public. He wants to go behind closed doors, and I'm not going to do that. That's not right. It's not his money. It's not my money. It's our money. What he's got to say to me, he's got to be able to say to the public too. I'm not going behind. I'm not wasting my time there. But we need a full investigation. We need an audit, and we got documents, undisputable documents of mismanaging millions of dollars. This is undisputable. Now, the way the path goes, and Carlos wouldn't do his job, answer questions, and also they changed the rules on CCPT too since then, and made it where they could give out more money. So this needs to be audited, looked into, and stopped. It's corrupt as hell. But anyway, the pathway to get an investigation of it, the Texas Rangers have a division that will come in and do a complete audit of the CCP funds. But first, this man right here, Mr. Soros, that's owned by the POA, and he's just a politician. He's paid for. He's a puppet. We gave him the documents, and his response is, I'm not going to dispute them. I'm not going to act on them, and I'm not going to answer. Now that we just can't have, that's no good. That's not what a district attorney is supposed to do. When he's got evidence of foul play, he should look into it, and he should either dispute it or act on it. But to say he's not going to answer, that's wrong. And this is Tarrant County. Okay, so now we go back to Mr. O'Hara here. And I've gone for them 3 times saying that Phil was there at one of the meetings, and when it came out, when they called my name to speak, that's when he got up to leave, and I met him head on as he was getting up to come out of the aisle, and I was heading towards the mic, and I said, you're leaving? Well, you're the one I'll be talking about. Don't you want to stick around? And I had a fun time saying that. But he buggied out of there as soon as they called my name, and and I've told this man here 3 times, the DA's not doing his job. Whose place is it to see that the DA does his job? I would think the county court, the mayor, county mayor, and the county commissioner and them, and my commissioner, and all them running across the border. They all heard me say this 3 times, and not one of them has spoke out. 3 times. You would think after the 2nd time they would send you a letter or something, or say, Mr. Willoughby, here's the path you have to take to get to that. That's not my job, or something. But silence. Just like old swordfish face here. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to call him anyway, swordfish. But he's not answering. So anyway, but what I was going to open this show up with, to start it off with, I had something else lined up here. Let's throw this in here. I was going to throw it at the front. I might throw it at the front next one, because I kind of take this lightly, and as soon as I can get where I start putting these videos together, and we're going to try something else here in a minute. Let's see how this comes out. I want to show you a mayor, and we need a mayor, big time. She's just too young to be a mayor, I'll tell you. That's Maddie Parker right there.
Enough. Don't follow me out. You're done. I don't want you in my face.
No,
I want you to be done.
No, ma'am. I'm not done. I'm not done, ma'am. I am not done. I'm a citizen, and I'm not done. This is a public building. You do not own it. You do not own it.
You don't have
You do not own it,
I'm
ma'am.
done.
You do not own it. This is a public building. Some good footage. Let the speaker down. Now, what are we hearing now? Okay, you know what? She's too young to be a mayor, I'll tell you. That's Maddie Parker right there.
Enough. Don't follow me out. You're done. I don't want you in my face. I want you to be done.
No, ma'am. I'm not done. I'm not done, ma'am. I am not done. I'm a citizen, and I'm not done. This is a public building. You do not own it. You do not own it.
You don't have
You do not own it,
I'm
ma'am.
done.
You do not own it. This is a public building. Some good footage. I got another little tidbit here we'll go to. I was going to play to, this is like a result on our city council and mayor. If you fed in all the information they've done, and they do. Let's see, I'm trying to put some comedy in here. I got this off. This is an older film clip. I can't speak. Film clip. I love British comedy. I may try to cut some more out. This works okay. And find them to use the tab in here from time to time, but mainly get across one subject, and that's it. My main one is that our DA, he has to invoke the Texas Rangers to come in, and he does that. This makes sense to me. I have no problem with that. He does that when he has sufficient evidence on his desk that requires him to do that. Now, him not disputing the evidence or acting on it is just totally wrong. We have to know one way or another, and I don't think he can dispute it. He can't dispute it, and that's why we're getting this rejection action like this. So anyway, we're coming back up the hill to Tim O'Hara, and I'll be at the next commissioner court accusing him of not doing his job if he don't do something about this. So, but if you want a result, if you fed everything into a computer of how our city's vital signs are and how they'll come out, this will give you an answer right here. Let's see how this comes out.
I have it installed here. It's been developed by an American company using the most complete medical databases available. You see? It's the name of the software manufacturer. Now, we just open up the dialog box and enter in the patient's current conditions. Can someone give me an example?
How about aching bones?
Yes.
Hemoglobin less than 7. Possible renal failure. Hypercalcemia. And signs of hyperviscosity.
Good. Now we just press the button marked prognosis.
Yep, that's about the results we get if you feed in our city, the life, the way it runs, whatever. But anyway, yeah, I just still kind of playing around here a little bit. This is the commissioner and administrator, Tarrant County administrator, and like I said, I screwed around too much today. And Monday, I want to try to get a better show put together. I'm going to file here in a little bit an appeal. Now, just I saw my video I just put out, or I'm going to just put the one some footage of it, but I was also saying that that's just the first draft of it. I redrafted it, and I kind of like it better the way I got it. But now, I'll go back and look at it again. I guess I could probably go on so much that I take something good out and put something bad in by just changing all the time. I don't know where to stop. So anyway, I kind of updated it a little bit, cleaned it up. I think I'm pleased that I'm going to go ahead and see if it'll work and we can get an appeal for the election here. This guy came in office because of a whistleblower released a video of the around 2022 of the tally room, which anybody can get this. It's on the government website. You can pull anytime they're counting votes and stuff, the Tarrant County elections, any of those places where votes are being cast or counting, there's cameras. And you can request open records and get film of it. I could have got film of this too as well, easily through the records, but the guy that narrated it must have been working inside, because he gave us information you wouldn't have known on that film or seen it known if he had narrated. And he had some great points and things he pointed out there on that film that, like the overseas ballots, 600 and something of them, and 90% came back Democrat. He said that was unnormal. That's unnormal. Another thing was the addresses were in state and none of them never voted here before. So there was a problem with the mail-in ballots there. Clearly, he's saying there's a problem with the mail-in ballots. Okay. Now, that's easy enough to debunk. To go see if he's just talking or is there something. Okay. So I go to Tarrant County's elections and call, and they put me in with a communications officer. I had to try to keep calling because he doesn't return phone calls. And I made one call and they switched me over to him, and that's how I got him, because I guess you can't tell when they switch you over to another department. They don't know who it is, because he answered. And his words were he's not going to answer any questions, and he hung the phone up. Now, nobody working for our state, city, or inside our government should ever hang up on you like that. That shouldn't happen. But that's what's going on. That's a normal practice, these people. So it still doesn't mean 100% corrupt. Well, I believe there is corruption here, but I'm just saying that's became the norm of these people too as well. Even the ones that aren't doing anything wrong will hang up on you, I believe, because they think that's normal. They don't have to answer to the people anymore. It's like a communist government now. So, and that's the way they act. This guy here, I tried to nail him down when he first came in office, but okay. That video came out. When that came out, and I got it to Tim O'Hara, they submitted it to him. I put it on YouTube and around, and I think Carrie or someone else, they sent it to Tim O'Hara, and he was curious about it. And it caused a big stir. And Kat, I'm just going to use that name, Kat, it's easy to say her name, Catherine, I believe, whatever. She's like second in charge in this room. She steps down when this video comes out and resigns. It says on social media she's got mental problems and that she's a radical left-wing Democrat. Wow. This guy, our administrator, he meets with Tim O'Hara, the county judge, behind closed doors, and he resigns and goes to another city. So they made some kind of deal behind closed doors, and he boogied out. So it's like rats leaving a ship. People aren't answering questions. People are leaving or coming out trying to cover themselves. That's what it looked like. This guy, they bring him in from Wyoming. This is Clint Ludwood. They bring him in. So when they bring him in, I contacted him, see if he'd come on my show, because there's questions that need to be asked. And he said that he just got in. He needed a little time to get situated. I said, sure. I had no problem with that. And they call him back in a few months, give him time, which that's okay. I understand if you're just getting situated, you got things to do before, and that's better. I want someone at ease when they come on. I want to have a little bit of knowledge too. I'll give him a couple of months, and when he does, when I try to contact him, then he starts playing games. So I want to know what the questions are, not returning calls and dodging this and that. I can read this body language real quick. I've been at it. So I mean, it was just frustrating, and then I get the email from the Democrat Women's Party showing that Clint's over there at the meeting, and he's going to take questions, any questions, right out, So it's kind of a slap in the face. And I saw that. It showed he wasn't going to take questions from us. That's what it showed. And so, anyway, even before I saw that at the Democrat meeting, I had to go to Tim O'Hara, and it was Tim O'Hara the guy who started calling, gave a call back. But he never has came forward. And then not too long ago, a few months ago, he was over at the Elks Club. I forgot what they call their name now. It used to be Project Fort Worth, and then something else. Now I haven't got it, but he was there talking about elections, and I went to that meeting, and I got a chance to ask a question, and I asked him, would he do an interview? The kind of questions we got, there's too many that needs to be answered. We can't do it here like this. Not right. You're doing it. I've tried to, and you've not returned calls. I think that's disrespectful. He says, I'll do it. I'll meet and with you, and do it. So, and I think I did get a call or two, but that was it. And he faded away again. I asked him, I was going to, what I'm going to do is use City Hall, the new City Hall, to do interviews from. And that's why I left with Clint. I said, I want you to come down to City Hall. I'll meet you there at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. And we'll do a meeting between 5 and 6. Beautiful hall, lobby there. I got the cameras and the mics and everything. We can do it right there. And you can even come in and see a council meeting maybe, or you can bug out in there or whatever. And also, any of the people have any questions there can ask you questions, and we can do it live right there. I think it's a great place to do it. That's what I like to do. I like to do these candidates, but he bailed out. He's still hiding. He won't come forward. So I'll be mentioning him at Tarrant County. At the Commissioner's Court, the next one that's coming up, and that. So, but anyway, I guess that pretty well covers this one. I can do one on noise pollution. I got some video from that. And like I said, I need to get more we can get more details and more videos on this and more exciting. I just got to finishing up that other video because I'm gonna drop it off here in a minute. I'm gonna go downtown and drop it off at City Hall. And it's about our free speech coming up, and we'll see if they play it or deny it. And anything that City Hall doesn't want you to see, Mayor Parker doesn't want you to see, that's not anything. Anybody don't want you to see it. You should want to see it more than ever. But these people nowadays, I don't know. Wake up, be alert, see what's going on, you know. Don't sit here like a bump on a log. But anyway, the video, I'll put it out there. Actually, like I said, I'm going to be dropping it off here in a little bit for City Hall, and I'll put it on my website, YouTube, and everything else. So, okay. Well, I think, let's see, did I fill up a half an hour? This almost became hard today without being prepared. Oh, there's 3 minutes left. Believe that? 3 minutes. Oh, I know what else. We might go over just a little bit longer because what we're going to do here is I'm going to see what happens when I hit music. Now, you know what? We'll probably do that off download, chilling, hip hop, lo-fi, lounge. Why don't we hit this? Yeah. I'll tell you what. Okay. Well, I'm done. I'll leave you with this. And we'll say goodnight. Okay.
She's just too young to be a mayor, I'll tell you. That's Maddie Parker right there.
Enough.
But you can't take
Don't follow me out. You're done. I don't want you in my face. I want you to be done.
No, ma'am. I'm not
You're
done.
done.
I'm not done, ma'am. I am not done. I'm a citizen and I'm not done. This is a public building. You do not own it. You do not own it.
You don't have
You
to
do not own it,
I'm
ma'am.
done.
You do not own it. This is a public building. Some good footage.